In this video, we're going to talk about how to develop slower speeds. Now, most people, when they start drumming and they start doing double bass, they want to know how to play the fastest they can. They want to learn how to play speed middle. They want to learn how to play blast beats. That is not what we're going to talk about here. And the reason being is because playing slow is essential, and it's going to really help out your overall drumming when you get to those fast speeds. Playing the double bass at slow speeds is actually a lot harder than playing it at fast speeds, at least in my opinion, and I've seen many drummers who agree with me. The reason for that is precision. If you're playing at slow speeds, you have a lot more space in between each notes. So in order for your leg muscles to hit at the right time, right in the middle of that note, it's a lot harder than playing fast. So you're going to find that with these exercises, you're going to really notice that playing with precision and playing right on the note is actually pretty tough. So what I'm going to do at first is figure out how fast or how slow you should be playing for these exercises. How I do that is I play as fast as I can with one foot, and once I've reached that peak, I'll just play half the note value on 2 feet. So if I'm playing 16 notes at a certain tempo, I'll stop and I'll play 8 notes on my left and right feet together. Let me show you what I mean. So what we're going to do for the first exercise is focus on precision. We're going to play really slow, even slower than when we did down, and we're going to play quarter notes, and we're going to hit right on the click, left foot and right foot alternating. Give this one a try. So let's move on to number 2. It's going to be straight 8 notes alternating with the left and right foot. And this one is going to be at that tempo where it's too fast to play with one foot, but barely fast enough to play with both. Check this one out. Now you might start to notice that when you start playing slower tempos, you're going to be using more of your legs rather than just your shins and your ankles. When you play fast notes, you'll notice that if you're a heels up player, your ankles are just going back and forth like this. It's almost like when you're playing with sticks. With faster strokes, you're almost going to use more of your fingers, whereas if you're playing slower strokes, you're using more of your wrists. Think of that with your feet as well and your legs. If you're playing faster notes, you're going to notice your ankles are doing more of the work. When you're slowing it down and playing slower, your legs are doing more of the work. And this is why practicing these slow speeds is very essential, because when you practice only fast strokes, you don't actually exercise your legs and the other muscles that you need to play slow strokes. There's many songs that I've been playing where there's a lot of fast double bass in there and I have no problem doing it. And then there's one bridge where it cuts into this 8 note part where I just can't do it. All of a sudden my legs are chopping up, they're feeling like a gallop and not solid at all. And this is because I'm not practicing my slower strokes. So these are very important. Let's move on to the next one. The next one, I'm going to add in the snare drum over top of the 8 notes. And this is just to make sure that my bass drums are hitting on time with my snare. Try this one out. All right, these last two are nothing special. You've seen them so many different places. They're just basic rolls over top of a beat. But what we're practicing here isn't coordination, it isn't speed, it's playing slow. So if these are too easy for you, slow them down, because believe me, playing them slower is a challenge. So what we're going to do is the first one we're going to do with 8 notes, and we're going to be playing the snare drum on beat 4, and it's going to be 8 notes on the hi-hat. The second one we're going to be doing 16 notes, but we're still going to play it slow. It's not going to be too much faster than the 8 notes. It's just going to be a different feel. So try these two out. So there you go, developing slow speeds. If these beats that I played were too fast for you, slow them down even more. If they're too slow for you, that's good. The whole trick to this is challenging yourself to play both feet at slow speeds. It's going to really build your independence and your control with both your left and your right feet. Once you've gotten this, you can move on to faster speeds, which I'll see you there.